I did kind of a foggy fireweed landscape painting. I started wanting to do just more of a mountainy landscape, but the way the paint ended up flowing, I decided that it didn't need to be mountains, just because they weren't going the direction I needed it to go. So with this one, I ended up wetting the paper a little too much, which is why there's that pool happening in the center. Didn't make sure it was even, or the water was evenly distributed rather when I started. So doing that, adding some salt for some texture, and it kind of just jumps here because I did not use my hairdryer this time when I painted because I had other things I need to get done. So I just let it dry naturally. So I ended up cutting out about 2 minutes worth of just drying time. So you're welcome. Adding in some trees in the background there. Here where I'm at, it gets really foggy and misty a lot year round. So it creates this really nice kind of funky ambience whenever you're out walking or hiking or whatever. So I like capturing that a lot in paintings. So with this one, I definitely wanted to keep that vibe of kind of like walking through a fireweed field or meadow, or walking on a trail on a really wet, foggy day. Yeah, so I wanted to keep that kind of softness to the whole image. Yeah, so, and I felt like I could have stopped it earlier before I kind of started doing some more foreground details, but I didn't think it had enough depth to it, so I just kept going. That's kind of the hard part about art, is knowing when to stop and when to keep going, and you hope you don't regret your decisions later, because unlike with other types of paint, watercolor, you cannot go back. There's not a way to kind of create a whitewash over the whole thing and start over like you can with acrylic and oil, so you just kind of have to go for it. So with this part, I am mixing some different colors to create more shadow, kind of splattering some more of that pink I used for the fireweed itself, just to add some fun texture to the painting as well. So I used an old iPhone case to keep my paintbrushes from rolling off my table because it's at a slight angle. And then I don't accidentally bump the brush I'm using off the table while I'm in between steps. So that's helpful. Going back in, just doing some inking here. Kind of creating some more ripples around the edge of what I'm calling a puddle. It could be a pond, really. It's kind of whatever you want. And if you are paying attention, you notice I spilled a bunch of ink. And sometimes that happens. And you gotta clean it up. So yeah. Enjoy. Have a great one, guys.